players, we got, one of the most evilest villains in Dragon Ball Z and one of the most ugliest villains in Dragon Ball Z, in my opinion. We got Majin Buu, and we got the cool artwork. Check it out. I'm really digging the art. I think that's when Piccolo told Majin Buu to kill the entire the entire human race, and so he did, and he just did it by lifting his hand up like how he is in this artwork right here. But what does he do? Well, he has a permanent skill, as you guys can see right there, that you cannot get cards from the drop area to the warp, meaning Overwhelm is non-existent in this deck. And he has an auto that when this card attacks, you draw a card, which is very, very good. And then an activate main ability, which is you burst 3 from the top of your deck to the drop area. And then you get to get one of your energies, put it in the drop area, and then get one of your Majin Buus and put it in your energy area. And this is crucial. This is what makes Majin Buu such a unique leader and a fun leader, if that. So we're going to be abusing that ability to the maximum potential. So then when you're at 4 lives or less, you get to get one of your energies, put it back to active mode, and draw a card. And then he goes from this, rip the Buu to this boom. Look at that. I got the hollow one. Woo-wee. Looking crispy right there. Same permanent skill. You can't get cards from the drop to the warp. And he has an auto sparking 7, meaning you have to have 7 in the drop in order to get his auto to go. When this card attacks, you draw a card, and now he gains a 5k boost power, which is very, very good. And as well as an activate main ability that now, same thing, you get a card from your energy area, put it in the drop, and you get a Majin Buu and put it in your energy. And this is very, very good because we have a bunch of cards in here that allow us to manipulate, the Majin Buus into our energy area from the drop area, and then from the drop area onto, our hand, and vice versa. Just moving the Majin Buus from the energy to the field, and then, from the drop to the energy, and just moving them around like that. And that's what makes this leader such a fun, unique leader. So that's that. And now we got the first card. We're going to start it off with an extra card, making sure it's crispy. Yeah, it's pretty crispy for you guys. Looking pretty darn crispy right there. So we got this. When you activate this card, you can't activate it again for the duration of the turn. Dawn of Evil. So what this card does is you pick up the top 10 cards. That's a lot of cards. You get to add one blue Majin Buu among them, add it to your hand, and if you manage to hit and add a card to your hand, you get to restand that energy. So this is pretty much a free searcher. And we're going to be playing just 3 of them because, unfortunately, you can only play once per turn, so you can't spam this out. So we got 3 of these. Very, very useful card right there. So this is one of the targets you can hit, and this is a blue Majin Buu, and this is one of the best Majin Buus for our 1-turn play because you play them, you get to strike your life, but you do have to burst 3 from the top of your deck to the drop area, and when you do that, you get to strike your life, allowing us to self-awaken if you need to. And also, he has an activate main ability that you get to put this card in your energy and get the Majin Buu that's in your energy and add it to your hand. And this is, like I said, energy manipulation to the maximum. And since our leader allows us to, manipulate the energy and get Majin Buus from the drop to the energy area, you're going to be able to get the Majin Buu necessary for that ultimate play that you're looking for. So that's that. And we have 4 of these because you want to add the Majin Buu from your energy to your hand when you're very, very, very needed at the right moment. So we have 4 of those, and it's very good for self-awakening, so when you need to awaken at the exact moment. And then we got, after he's the Fat Buu eating everybody, he goes to this version when he gets very, very upset. He releases the evil in him, and we got unadulterated evil Majin Buu. This guy's pretty darn good in the deck because he's a 2-drop. This is our ideal turn 2 play. You play him, and then you get to get a Majin Buu from your drop area, add it to your hand. Very, very, very necessary effect right there because now you could add, this card back to your hand and then keep the consistency in manipulating your Majin Buus from the drop to your hand, from the energy to your hand, and vice versa. So that's that. And then the crucial effect that he has is his activate main, which is right there. For 1 energy, you get to play one blue Majin Buu with an energy cost of 3 from your energy area onto the field, and then you get to put this card into the energy and rest mode as a substitute. So this card's very, very good. And I'll show you guys the 3-drop that you want to play with that ability. And we got 4 of these because this card gets you Majin Buus from the drop. And we play this Majin Buu, which is very, very good. Is it crispy? Is it legible? There you go. So this card is very good because he has a permanent skill that if this card would be removed from the battle area due to skills or anything, you get to get 2 cards from your hand, put them in the drop area, and what happens is he, you know, like in the anime, he blows up and he regenerates consistently. That's pretty much it. Instead of dying, you drop 2 and he comes back to life, or he just doesn't leave the battle area. And then why is this very, very good? Because he has an auto that when he attacks, you get to get one of your opponent's battle cards, put it at the bottom of their deck, and they do have to be 4 costs or less in order to activate that ability, but it's still very, very good nonetheless. It's a very good removal card early game. And he has an activate main ability for 2 energies. You get to get a Majin Buu in your energy area that happens to be 4 cost, and you get to play it and substitute this card into your energy and get the card that was in your energy and put it in the battle area. For only 2 energies, very, very good. So what Majin Buu do we want to have? We have 3 of these. What Majin Buu do we want to have? We want to have this one right here. He's a 4-drop, and this is the 4-drop that you can play off of this Majin Buu right here. So what this card does, let me see, is it legible? Let me zoom in a little bit. I want to make it crispy. There you go. So what this card does is he absorbs Go tanks. He gets Go tanks from the back and he gains a nasty power boost. So this guy, what he does is he's a barrier, so meaning he's not going to be able to be removed from the battle area very easily. And he has an auto that when this card is played from the energy area, which you're going to want to do with this Majin Buu, you get to get one of your battle cards in the drop area and put it under this card. Who do you want to get? Well, the guy he absorbs, which is the Go tanks. And we do run a couple Go tanks in this deck. So if you luckily manage to mill and burst a Go tanks, you could do this ability. And then he has an activate main. Once per turn, you get to pop a ghost token with 15k power if you happen to, have the Go tanks under this card. And also, he has another activate main that for 4 energies, you get to get a Majin Buu with a energy cost of 7 from your energy area and play it onto the field. And we're going to want to do that just in case. That's not the ideal play, but it's still very, very good to have. And he's a barrier, so we're going to want to have this guy on board. And I'm only running 1 because, he's relatively easy to mill and searchable, and as well as you can, manipulate your energy and put them in your energy area. But this is the ideal play right here. This one right here. This guy right here is the one you're going to want to hit off of this Majin Buu's ability. So what this guy does is he's a barrier as well. He has Union Absorb, meaning for 2 energies, you get to put 1 battle card under this card, and you get to, search your deck and play an Awakening Evil Majin Buu, which I will show you in a little bit. And the beautiful part about this guy is that any Majin Buu that's stacked on top of this guy gains barrier, meaning they're going to be a lot harder to kill with skills. Meaning they're not able to be killed with skills unless the card says otherwise. So we have 3 of these because, like I said, with Burst and our Leader's Effect, you're able to put him in your energy from the Burst ability. Pretty much from your drop area. So this is the card you're going to want to Union Absorb with. So when this card comes into play, if you have this card under it, he gains barrier, like I said. And this guy has an awesome Union Absorb for free, no energy required. You get to put a battle card under this, and then you get to search your deck for a Majin Buu that's 25k power or higher, I believe. Yup. So what this card allows us to do is he allows us to play. We have 4 of these because you're going to want to play him from your deck. All these Majin Buus need to be required to be played from your deck. So this card comes into play from your deck, ideally. So you're going to have this guy as a target. This is the battle card, like in the show, he absorbs Mystic Gohan. This is the target you're going to want to Union Absorb with. Put him under this Majin Buu, or, or obviously the barrier Majin Buu. It doesn't matter which one. And, he'll gain the ability. I'll show you guys as soon as we step into the other cards. But this card's good if you happen to have a low amount of battle cards in your hand. or cards in your hand in general, he comes into play. He becomes a 2 cost, and he's a double strike. And when he KOs a battle card, your opponent loses 2 lives, which is very, very good if that were to happen. We're only running one of these Mystic Gohans. And then we got Burst Attack Son Gohan. So the reason we have all these Mystic Gohans, guys, is because we're going to want to put these guys under the Majin Boos that have Union Absorb. So the big Majin Buu can gain their ability. So this Burst Attack on Gohan, he's a critical, and when he attacks, if you have 4 cards or less, you get to draw 2 cards. Very good card. We have 2 of these because, you know, he's a good target. And then we got Ability Unleashed Ultimate Gohan, and we have him for the Union Absorb skill as a target. You know, have him, and then, you know, the bigger Majin Buu will gain his ability. And when this card attacks, you get to either A, draw a card, or grant double strike, which is very good for going for game. So the reason we have all those 5 different targets, oh, we actually have more, never mind. We got also Great Saiyaman, Town Hero, which is a Adolescent Gohan as well, which can be a target to Union Absorb, worst case scenario. So we have this guy, 10k Boost Straw, he's our super combo. And then also, if you want to Union Absorb, you can also Union Absorb the Go Tanks. And this is the Go Tanks I was talking about that will allow you to, you know, spam out the Kamikaze tokens with this guy right here. So 10k Boost, super combo, draw, and very, very useful card. And it's, you know, ideally you want to have him in the drop area. Then we are going to absorb into the evilest, strongest villain, to the point where Goku was thinking about Union fusion, you know, fusing with the Patora rings with Hercule and making Goku, I think that's his name. But we got this guy, the evilest version of Majin Buu, besides the Kid Buu. And when this card comes into play, if there's a Mystic Gohan under it, which there will be, we're running 5 targets total, he gains the ability of that Gohan under it. So this guy, depending on the Gohan you put under it, could be a critical draw 2, could be a draw 1, or choose to double strike, or it can be just a double strike, and if he KOs a battle card, your opponent loses 2 lives. Pretty darn effective, and he can attack active mode cards. Very useful card right here. So we're running 3 of these because you're going to want to play them from your deck. This card comes out from your deck, so we have 3 of those. Then we got the Ultimate Absorption Majin Buu. Like I said, this card could come out from your energy area, from the Gotenks 4-drop, if you happen to have him in your energy and he comes into play, which you're going to be able to do since your leader manipulates the energy like crazy. This deck is very hard to explain, honestly, because it's just manipulating your energy all around. But when this card comes into play, if he comes into play from your energy area, you get to get one of your battle cards from your drop area and put it under this card. Who you're going to want to get? Obviously, Adolescent Gohan, which is the Mystic Gohans that we have, or even the Super Combo Great Saiyaman will work. And he's a triple strike. And if you happen to have an Adolescent Gohan, once per turn when he attacks, you get to absorb one of your opponent's battle cards, put it under this card, and he goes back to active mode for another triple strike attack. So this card's very, very useful. And he's also another target for Union Absorb with the Evil Awakening Majin Buu. So we got 2 of these. You can bring them out 2 different ways, either from your energy or from the Union Absorb. So then we got this card, and this card, after you swung with this card twice with triple strike, if this card you evolve for 1 energy on top of a Majin Buu with 5 cost or more, and then he'll restand. Let's say you attack twice with this card, you evolve, he'll restand and gain a 30k boost power, and you could go in with an even more powerful attack, 60k triple strike one more time. And usually your opponent cannot, you know, counter 3 triple strike attacks to the face, you know. So we have 2 of these because this card is, you know, the ultimate finisher. Very, very useful card. You do have to drop 2. And then we have Quick Shift Majin Buu, because in order to Union Absorb, we do need to have the cards in our deck. And this card is very, very, very useful because it's a 10k boost, and you get to get 2 cards from your hand, throw them into your deck, and then draw 2, which is very useful because we're going to be able to manipulate the Majin Boos from the drop area into your energy area with your leader's effect, and then get them from the energy area to your hand with, the Majin Boo's effect, and then toss them into your deck for the Union Absorb with this Majin Buu super combo. So we got 3 of these because this card is an ideal card just in case you nasty brick early game. So then to our extra cards, we have Sensu Bean because it allows us to manipulate the energy, allowing us to Union Absorb at a much effective pace and keep the offensive pressure if you must, or defense is very, very good. 5k for the turn and restand in energy, very useful for this deck. And then we got Boo Make You Cookie, because let me see if I can zoom in. There you go, Boo Make You Cookie, because it's a counter, and then you get to drop one card from your hand in the drop area. I don't think it's a battle card. And then if you do so, you get to get one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 3 or less. 3 is pretty hefty, guys. And you get to get that card, and not only do you negate the attack, you get to remove the battle card and put it under your leader or under a Majin Buu that happens to be in your, your deck. In your battle area or leader area. So boom, we got 2 of those. And then finally, we got 2-dimension magics, because 3-dimension magic. Sorry about that. Because this card is, a sparking 5, relatively easy since you burst a lot with this deck, and you restand 2 energies to protect your butt. And that's gonna be the end of the deck. Expect a battle with this deck live on our channel. Well, it's not gonna be live, but we're gonna be having it on our channel. A super battle, and stay tuned for that. So I want to say, hit a subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about this deck. And like we always say, y'all stay super.